Okay guys, welcome back to the junk room. Not really a rehearsed video, not ready for anything. Been working on the action figure show all day for tomorrow. Check it out, the action figure show tomorrow is going to be almost an hour long. It's going to be a really good one. We got Star Wars match game with Captain Foley. We got to look at Kenner employee items. What else we got? Inverted Penis is back to give us the latest inside news on Star Wars. The Mandalorian Minute. Got a lot coming up for that. Went all out this week on it. But a lot of Star Wars news today. A lot of new Star Wars projects. So I thought it'd be kind of fun. Just kind of go over these and look at them. You've probably already seen them and everything. Usually I don't do new stuff, new type stuff, but unless it's probably movie related. But I thought it'd be kind of fun. Sitting here bored. And when most of this news broke, I was editing the Robin video, so I didn't get to watch it in real time. So I'm at the StarWars.com. We'll just start there, I guess, and go in the order they got it. Let's see. Rogue Squadron, directed by, what's her name? Patty Jenkins, the woman that did Wonder Woman. I've never seen Wonder Woman. I've heard a lot of good things about it, though. It's not, I wouldn't mind checking out Wonder Woman. I know, I hadn't seen it yet. But I heard it's really good. Rogue Squadron, I don't really know much about it. I know the name and everything. I know there's a lot of fans of it. I'm guessing it's about X-Wing pilots and stuff. Yeah. Interested in it to see how it is. It's one of those I probably won't get that hyped for it until I see a trailer or something from it. Oh, this ain't a preview. Sorry.
I think that's because
They tricked me. They tricked me. Just got a video of her talking about it. So, Rogue Squadron, like I said, it sounds interesting. I don't really know a lot about it, so when they show a trailer and everything, then I'll probably get more excited. But when's it coming out? Christmas 2023. I'm glad they still see it coming to theater. They're moving everything. It looks like everybody wants to go streaming now. Theater's dying. So hopefully by Christmas 2023, it'll be good. So let's go. They didn't mention the Rian Johnson movie at all. I don't think that's going to happen. So we've got, I'm going to butcher this name. I will. Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi. And I never saw his, I think he did one of the Thor movies. I never saw, Thor Fraggle Rock. Is that the one he did? Never saw that one. I don't know. I don't like mixing up my stuff. Marvel and Fraggle Rock coming together. It just seemed odd. But he's got a new movie. I don't really say much about it, except he's working on the story and fresh new things. Kennedy says. Has he got a release date for that? I thought I saw a release date for that, but I don't see it here. I'm sure it's going to be Christmas, probably 2024, probably, after the Rogue Squadron. And then here we go, the Obi-Wan series. Apparently they show some kind of footage stuff to the investors that we didn't get to see. Hopefully they'll release that soon. I'm excited about Obi-Wan. Now, I hadn't seen anything from it, but this is one I'm really excited because I think there's so much. You can tell a really good story. I think it takes place, it says here, 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith. That's pretty good. I was hoping it was more closer to Revenge of the Sith, where he's coming, dealing with that, losing everything. But I'm sure he's still dealing with that. 10 years, so that puts it 10 years before A New Hope, somewhere around that range. I'm curious, but the biggest news probably out of that, they said, Hayden Christensen's coming back as Anakin Skywalker. Now, if Darth Vader, why does it matter if they get Hayden? They can get anybody putting it on the suit, or I guess use his voice, I guess, but is it going to be Hayden? I kind of think it's going to be kind of maybe some flashback stuff, maybe. Not really flashbacks, I'm thinking maybe he's got not a Force ghost, but, Obi-Wan's dealing with losing everything, and maybe he's like in his head, he talks with Anakin still or something. Because I don't want Vader and Obi-Wan to meet up, because we know I'm sure there's a way you can technically work around. We meet again at last. When I left you, I was but a learner. I'm sure they can work around that and everything, but I don't like messing with it. They're already messing with my Star Wars too much by putting all these Jedis all over the place when it's supposed to be just Obi-Wan or Yoda and Luke. So I'm curious how they do that. I don't want to meet up, but maybe it just shoots back and forth, shows them as Vader. Maybe they use, why would they cast Hayden to play Vader? You wouldn't even want his voice, because you want a more James Earl Jones voice, unless it shows him without his helmet. So I think it's going to be some kind of, be hard to do flashback, because we've seen all that. I think it's going to be, like I said, something in his mind where he's just talking to Obi-Wan. Obi's there with him, not really physically there with him, if that's making any sense. Do we got a date on this yet? Let's see. Which truly belong to Hayden Christensen is back. Deborah Chow's making it. Deborah Cho. I think I said Chow. Okay, let's go. Ahsoka. Got her own series coming out here. I'll be honest, I've said it before. I'm not a fan of this character. Although I never really watched the Clone Wars and stuff. I'm just not a fan of how the character looks. It annoys me. And then I found out that she calls Anakin the Skywalker or something. Skywalking or something silly. I just never been really a fan of this character, but I'm gonna give it over. I liked it, and I liked her in The Mandalorian. I like the live action version of her that I've seen so far. So, just because I don't like a character on a cartoon form or something like that, don't mean I'm not gonna, give it a shot and watch it. So I'll check it out, see if I like it. Here's another new one here I hadn't heard about. Rangers of the New Republic. Now, they didn't really go into detail what's this about, but Jon Favreau and Filoni's working on this together. So that's good when they're together. It's going to take place during the events of Mandalorian, just like Ahsoka Tano, all around that same time. It sounds like an X-Wing movie. Remember, it kept showing that one X-Wing pilot throughout this season? It's kind of like they're setting him up for this Rangers of the New Republic. That's what it sounds like, don't it? Rangers. I mean, it's kind of got like a Top Gun looking symbol thing to it. It's got no date yet on that one yet. This new live action series. So that's interesting right there. Again, that's one. I can't really get excited because all I got is a name. I don't have a cast or anything. But when it comes to Star Wars, I'm happy with unknowns. That's what I want. I mean, kind of known, like Royal Darson playing Ahsoka Tano. She's okay. But, you don't want Tom Cruise in Star Wars. Here's another one that kind of surprised me. I didn't see this one. I hadn't heard nothing about this. Lando. Now, it's interesting here. They say who's created it. The guy that did Dear White People. He's a huge Star Wars fan. But it doesn't say here if it's live action. I'm assuming it is live action. But it doesn't say Danny Glover or Billy Dee Williams. It doesn't say who's playing Lando. So I don't know if they ain't got that worked out yet. If they hadn't worked that out yet, I don't see why they made an announcement on it. But I'm guessing it's going to be... Donald Glover. It'd be good if they could find a way to bring Billy D back also. Maybe he's at the beginning of each episode, bookend the episodes, or at least the season where he's telling a story or something. And if we get Lando back, hopefully we'll get young Han Solo dropped in there. The Rogue One spinoff show. Andor, I can never remember how to say. You know how bad I am. Andor, so it's going to come 2022. We got still another year away before we get that. See, they're already filming that. I thought we would get that later this year. I'm not a big fan of Rogue One. I like it, but it's like Rogue One after I saw it like 2 times. I was like, okay, I'm done with it. I mean, wasn't really invested in the characters. Sure, it had a good battle scene. It had a good Darth Vader scene. I'm hoping this makes me like Rogue One maybe a little bit more, care a little bit more about Rogue One. I see this character here. They got a little video here, but it's just behind the scenes stuff. Wasn't nothing really too good. Mon Mothma is back, and some other actors here that I never heard of. But I'm interested because he's kind of a rebel, but he looks like he's kind of got a dark side. What's he say? He's done some bad stuff. And this is interesting here. The Accolade. This is the Disney show. It takes place right around the fall of the Sith, I think they said. Let me see here. Made by the person that made Russian Dolls. Don't know what that is, but you might know that. Mystery thriller. I like the sound of that. Will take the audience into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. I'm interested in this one, definitely. Because it's something new, Star Wars, I know they did the sequels, but they've just been trapped in that little bubble with the clone, like between the prequels and the original trilogy. Seems like they're always focused there. Of course, the Mandalorian is a little bit after, but this gets us far away from the movies, and I like that. So, of course, Yoda might show up. The Bad Batch. The Bad Batch. This is a new cartoon. I don't know what that is. I know if you watch the Clone Wars, you probably know the Bad Batch and everything. I've seen it. It's got some guy on it. It was like Rambo. I saw a picture of him like Rambo. Showed a little teaser trailer for it. If you haven't seen it, check that out. It's coming to Disney Plus. I don't really got much to say. I just really hate the animation look of these cartoons they make, and I can't get into them. So We got Star Wars Visions. Man, they announced a lot of stuff. Star Wars Visions. This is an animated shorts made by a bunch of different animators, anime creators. Anime. Well, there's going to be 10 of them. Short. Again, something I might be interested to see. I don't really get into cartoon stuff, so nothing against it, just not mine. Okay, a droid story. I wish they stopped with this whole story thing, but I guess I'm going to deal with it. This is going to be about 3PO and R2. It looks like they're telling some kind of story or something. Not really about them. Let's see. This epic journey will introduce us to new heroes guided by the legendary duo of 3PO and R2. So I think they're kind of like setting up something. Is it animated? Yeah, animated series. Animation is going to team up with the visual effects team. So we might get some little cross mix right there. Willow. We're done with Star Wars, but Willow. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never seen Willow. Never seen it. It's one of those movies. I've heard a lot of things. I need to see it, but just never seen it. I just need to. I know. I need to. That's a shame. I hate to admit that I've never seen it. And probably the one I'm the most excited about, if it happens, is Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford, what they're calling the final Indiana Jones movie, and being Harrison Ford's age, I guess it is the final Indiana Jones movie or the final Harrison Ford Indiana Jones. I'm not big. I can see Harrison Ford being replaced. I wouldn't mind seeing a younger. Because that way they can get back to the 20s and the 30s. Indiana Jones is best right there in that 30s, 1930s, not age, 1930s, late 20s. Now he's going to be in the 1960s. It's just going to seem weird. Probably pushing the 1970s. It's just out of his time period. He's back, and I'm really interested. He's got James Mangold, who did Ford versus Ferrari, but didn't he do Logan? I love Logan. You know me, I'm not big on comic book movies, and I love Logan. So I'm interested. I know it's bad Spielberg's leaving, but if Spielberg's going to leave and you're going to get this guy, hey, that right there is enough. Of course, Harrison Ford is back. And so they're going to start filming in 2021, spring of next year, for a release of July 2022. Now, I think originally this movie was supposed to come out 2 or 3 years ago. So I'll be interested if it does get around to it. Now back to Willow. Yeah, I don't really know much about Willow, but it's coming out next year, so that's good. Anything else here? I got a new little series from Lucasfilm called Children of Blood and Bone. I don't know what that is, but it's connected to Lucasfilm, so we'll learn more about that. But if you hadn't checked it out, they did a Disney investors call today, released all this information. Everything's up on the StarWars.com website. If you're into Marvel, there really is a bunch of Marvel stuff too, so I think you'd be interested in that. But that's it. I'm curious what you guys think about some of these shows. My main is Obi-Wan Kenobi, of course, and that's the one I'm probably looking for that's new. Indiana Jones, I love Indiana Jones. I just watched Temple of Doom the other night and I love it. So them are the two I'm probably the most excited about. I'm curious about this Rogue Squadron movie, of course, and this Taika Waititi movie, because I really like him for what I've seen him. I saw his Jojo Rabbit. I really like that, and I like the episodes he did with the Mandalorian. So I'm really curious about that. But I really can't wait to see some scenes from this Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's was really, when it comes to Star Wars, Obi-Wan's the ones I'm most excited for next, because that just seems like it's going to be really good. Okay, I don't really see much else here, but I guess that's it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. What did you like out of all these coming out? What you're not going to like? There are going to be a lot of people out there. I mean, look at all this stuff coming out. You got a lot of Phantom Menace YouTube video guys. They got a lot to complain about over the next few years, because they're not going to like it all. They're going to tell you how the Mandalorian sucks and how horrible it is, and then they'll tell you they've never seen it. You just got to let it go, guys. Some Star Wars stuff's going to be bad. Some's going to be good. It's not mean it's Star Wars is dead. You kill Star Wars. It's just mean, hey, that Star Wars project wasn't for me. Maybe this one is. That was not for me either. Well, maybe that one is. You don't have to love everything Star Wars. Star Wars isn't made for you. Star Wars isn't made for me. Star Wars isn't made. It's made. You can do Star Wars for these people. Star Wars for that type of people. Star Wars for that type of people. Star Wars as a whole for everybody. Or some little small section could like that kind of Star Wars. Come on, guys. There's nothing to get upset about. You don't like the sequel movies? You don't like the sequel movies. Check out what's next. Maybe you'll like it. You don't like what's next? Maybe you'll like the next one after that. It's Star Wars, man. Come on. Even when Star Wars is at its worst, it's better than most of the big blockbuster movies. Oh well, that's it. Like I said, let me know in the comments below what you're excited for, what you're not excited for, how you think they're going to bring in Hayden Christensen, Anakin Skywalker back into the Obi-Wan series. Really curious about that. That's it, guys. Check out the Action Figure Show tomorrow. It's going to be almost an hour long, so I know everybody's not going to watch it or watch it in chunks, but like I said, we got a lot coming up there. And a big thanks to you that's helped out on my GoFundMe for my son's back surgery. I cannot believe how much support I've gotten just in that one video I put up. I'm going to put up some more videos, and probably y'all get tired of hearing about it between now and the next month when he goes into surgery. But it means a lot to me that you guys reached out like that. It means a lot to me. But I'll have more about that later. Anyway, and check out the Robin video, the Batman Robin action figure video went up today. So I guess that's it. We'll talk again soon.
Junkman. Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.